Hi ladies and gentlemen, today I bring to you a figure from in Workshop, this Mogan Ra. I guess they don't have any other name which is more weird than this one. But anyway, I think it's a cool figure, but it is too simple. The box art from in Workshop is painted in black and bone tones, basically. So I try to make it a bit more complex so I can show you more things in this process. So you will see, apart from black fabrics and bones painted in another and different way that the one I usually use in Patreon or that we already seen in other videos. Those ones are going to be more simple or affordable for you. I don't know if affordable is the word in this case, but I think you can understand me. Anyway, as I said, I try to make some parts more complex. So for example, I have had some non-metallic metal in different parts, and I focus this non-metallic metal in silver metal, right? Which is a bit different from the other steel or chrome metallics. I also show you how to paint the gems, purple gems that I painted in the PDF from the beginning of the month. But in this case, you can see how to paint them in video and in another tone, which I think is interesting. And it doesn't have too many options more to add. So the base is going to be a snow base because it had to be with his partner, the Irlanden spirits here from the PDF. And well, nothing more. I think it's a pretty cool process. If you find any doubt or you want to make me some question about the process, just put it in the comment box or in YouTube, in Patreon, in Discord, whatever. If you like the video, you can put it in the comment box as well. I will be very happy to read it. And nothing more. See you in the next video. Hope you to enjoy this one and see in the next ones. Bye bye. Well, the first step, because the figure is going to be black, it's prime in black, obviously, because we take advantage of this color in this process. And I'm going to start with the bone, as you know. So I'm painting everything with ice yellow. You can paint first in a brown tone and then in the ice yellow to save maybe some layers. But in this case, the ice yellow from Vallejo, it's a very good color. It covers pretty good. So I think it doesn't worth the time investing in applying other color layers, because at the end I'm only needing 2 or 3 layers of ice yellow over the black prime. Also, the color is not needed to be 100% solid. I mean, it can have some texture because of the transparency of the different layers, and it will be something good to represent or to simulate the texture, the organic texture of the bone. Something important when painting is this. You can see that in some areas, if you apply a base coat, a thick base coat with a big brush, which is something logical after all, because it saves time, the paint can be stuck in some gaps. So be careful with that and try to avoid this issue by applying it more carefully. The next step is applying a shade with Agrax Earth Shade from Game Workshop. When applying this kind of effects, I recommend you to use a big brush, a very big brush, much bigger than the usual one you use. You can see that I'm using, I don't know, maybe it's a number 4, something like this. So they are faster and also better to apply the color over the different surfaces. They leave a more natural fall of the paint in the gaps. After that, I take again the ice yellow, pure ice yellow, right? And I'm recovering part of the lights in the different planes, the upper parts of the spine, for example, or the ribs, the center of the cylinder, because remember that this spine is like a cylinder, more or less. So the thing is that you are recovering the light, okay? You are applying you have applied in the step before like a shadow. We can say it's like 2-3 shadows at the same time with the wash, and now you have to recover the lights in the areas that becomes more dark. As you see, I'm applying it with irregular brush strokes, so I'm leaving some texture, some traces. This is a way of achieving a more organic, natural bone in this case, which at the end is an organic material. And at the same time, we are saving a lot of time because the gradients are working pretty good with this technique, but we don't need to be super blended, super smooth in our transitions. So at the end, it's a very good and fast way to achieve a great result. If you apply a second layer of ice yellow, probably you will gain another light more, which is the case in this moment. I'm pushing a bit more the lights, and finally adding off-white. I outline the edges and adding final spots of light in very specific areas of the different parts. Don't use pure white to paint bone, right? It's too white for a material like this. I know it looks like pure white, but it's not. It's off-white. As you see, it is used for outlining mostly, and maybe some small lines, thin lines to simulate some texture, extra texture, but nothing more. Because you don't have a high contrast in these parts, it's important to outline everything very good. Probably the shade has done the work of the dark lining, but maybe in some parts you need to recover part of this dark lining. Do it with a dark brown, or even applying once again the shade, but control only in the area you want. But probably only with the shade, this part is great, and you only need to apply the edge highlighting with this off-white. And notice that I'm painting the volumes different. The classic volumes, like spheres, very easy to interpret, are painted like this, spheres. But the other volumes are painted like in workshop, because it's different. I wanted you to show that. They paint the volumes more luminous in the outer parts and darker in the inner parts, in the gaps, right? It's very easy to interpret it in this way. It's not very realistic, but it's cool to see.